Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe Coffee Chat mit mir. Ich bin Joel, euer Host, und ich bin heute mit Cristobal hier in Bella Vista im Hills Podcast Studio. Vielen lieben Dank an dieser Stelle an Bella Vista, dass wir dieses Studio kostenlos zur Verfügung gestellt bekommen haben. Und der Coffee Chat ist immer, ich lade einen Macher, eine inspirierende Person auf einen Cappuccino ein. Dieses Mal ist er leider nicht von mir, sondern hier vom Café. Und solange wie Cristobal seinen Kaffee austrinkt, werden wir ein bisschen erzählen über Vision, über was ihn begeistert, was ihn antreibt. Und sobald er ausgetrunken hat, ist die Podcast-Folge vorbei. Cristobal, sehr cool, dass du mit dabei bist und dass du die Zeit nimmst, mit mir einen Podcast aufzunehmen. Kannst du dich für unsere Zuschauer einmal ganz kurz vorstellen?
Hallo Joel, ich bin Cristobal Rodrigo Lopez Bölken. Ich bin in Chile geboren.
Thanks, Chris, for joining my podcast. Thanks for introducing yourself in German. You're half Chilean and half German.
Yes.
And
That's
we
right.
are here together in Sydney. We are working together. And I love your passion. I love your work ethic. And I love your humor. Mm-hmm. And this is something I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
About your passion. What is the thing you wake up in the morning and say, come on? Would you like to share a little bit about what your passion is? What is something which you love doing?
Of course. Well, that's a big question for me, and one of the things about my life is that I love many things. I'm a very passionate guy, and I love music, I love sports, I love fitness, I love graphic design. But lately, I've been very passionate about fitness.
What happened, or what event, or with which people did you surround yourself that you got these, not only passion, but also like this habit of regularly going to the gym and keep pushing yourself and to grow?
Well, I guess what happened is just I started living on my own, gaining bad habits, of eating whatever the crap you want to eat, and then you start gaining weight, and then you look in the mirror and then you realize, oh, I don't look as I want to look, and it started from that desire. I want to look better in my body. But then it shifted into a little deeper meaning for me. But at the beginning, I have to say, it started because I wanted to look good. I wanted to look ripped, like other friends that I had in uni, for example. And that was the reason why I started. But then what kept me going is just looking into the future and wanting to have a good life for my family, for my future kids, and to have a healthy life, being able to do all the sports that I want to do, being able to run, when I'm old, and not being able or not having knee problems, for example. And that's how it started. And it's been, probably a 10-year journey so far.
10 years already?
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that you explained how it started and that something also shifted to a deeper meaning which keeps you going. Because like when you do hard stuff, when you're doing things which is also uncomfortable regularly, you always need a why or something that keeps you going. It's also like with my podcast. There are a few weeks where I missed out. You need the habit of getting back up, getting back to work and doing either the podcast or the gym game. You talked about what kept you starting and how you changed there. Yeah. What is one tip you would give somebody who looks in the mirror and says, I want to change, or I don't want to get ripped as Chris, but I want to have a healthy lifestyle? Like, what is the one thing you would recommend somebody who wants to easily start, and like how can they get to a habit which is doable?
Yep. I think you touch a point that is very important. It's finding your why. I think only looking good just for the sake of it, I think it will get you so far. It's not sustainable. Mm-hmm. I think for me, what kept me going through the years is I want to be healthy. I want to be at my maximal potential. We have been giving a body, and I want to take care of it. And the fact that I'm, laying there on the couch, not doing anything with it, it pushes me. I want to be at my maximum. And so I think first I will find your why you want to go to the gym. For me, it's my future family. I want to be healthy. And also I want to do the sports that I love doing till the day that I die, potentially, if that's possible. And secondly, I'll say create a routine that is manageable, that it's easy enough at the beginning. I think one of the biggest barriers for starting going to the gym is time. It just consumes so much time, and people have in their head, I have to go to the gym and have to get ready, get my gym gear, and then go there and spend probably an hour in the gym and then come back, take a shower. So what I started doing when time was kind of a problem, I just decided, okay, I'm gonna be a minimalist in the gym and try to get the most results with the most minimum amount of time. So I jump into Instagram and I bump into Jeff Nippert, an incredible bodybuilder out there. If you have a chance, check it out because he has amazing information and his YouTube channel. And yeah, one of the things that he recommends is to make it simple, to make it easier at the beginning especially. And yeah, if you start being consistent with the gym, then you start getting a little bit more into it. You start enjoying it a little bit more. At the beginning, it's very tough because it's something new that you're doing. And yeah, you kind of hate it. It's not enjoyable, to go to the gym. Unless you're with friends. And of course, it is more enjoyable. But the act itself of lifting heavy weights, I wouldn't say, oh, I love this, It's not something that you enjoy doing. But once you get started, it gets more enjoyable because you see the results. You see that your mood is shifting, your mentality is shifting, and yeah, there's so many benefits from doing it. So I will say, try to stick to something that is manageable, that is easy to do, even if it's 10 minutes a day. I was doing a research today on the difference of the results that someone that goes only 10 minutes to the gym and one that goes 2 hours to the gym. And the one that goes 10 minutes to the gym can achieve 64% of the results. That's insane.
This is crazy. And the person went like 1 day a week or daily? 10 minutes?
Daily 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Like, I can only warm up and then it's...
It is crazy.
How does a 10-minute workout look like?
It is only one set of each muscle, and it's just 4 sets in total. 4 different exercises, and just 1 set per exercise. Each. 6 to 8 reps. That's crazy.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So you said I need a why to start.
Yep.
And now I have a why. I want to get fit. I want to look like Chris. And I have like my New Year resolution for 2025. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get in good shape. And I want to establish a good, healthy habit. Exactly. You said it needs to be manageable.
Yeah. Sustainable.
And also. Sustainable. But how do I build it? Like, there are multiple parts. You said friends is an option to go with friends. But how do you do it? How often do I need to go that it's a habit? Or like, is it once a week enough? And how can I establish a routine that fits to my normal work life with my social life? Like, how would you start, or how did you start doing it?
Yeah.
Even if it's only like 10 minutes. Like, how do you... What steps would you recommend there?
It depends on the goals that you want to achieve. So if you want, for example, strength, it's very easy to actually gain strength at the gym. Not that hard. There's studies that show that going once a week to the gym will build, I think it's 81% of the strength, like compared to if you go every single day. So if you just 1 day a week, if your goal is strength, you can achieve incredible results if it's only strength. Mm-hmm. If you want health, for example, they say another study shows that by showing once a week for 30 minutes, you achieve the maximum health risk what's it called? Yeah, you reduce your risk of having health issues.
Okay.
To the maximum %. That's insane. Just going once a week to the gym. So that's if it's health related. But if you want to build muscle, yeah, you need a little bit more repetition. So I would recommend 3 or 6. But yeah, it depends. Depends on what you want to achieve.
It's like with every habit, you always need to know why and what the goal is. And then you can break it down. And this is what you made. I like that and I love it. This is so cool, and that I didn't know that with so few, not effort, because it's still hard work and workout.
Yeah.
But with so little time.
Yeah.
That it works. Like when I started going to the gym, I went there and they told me, Joel, you need to do this 1.5 hour workout that you build all your muscle groups. And I did it once and I never did it again.
Yeah.
Because it were too many exercises. I couldn't even remember them.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I do them right, and I didn't enjoy it. And to break it down and make it simple, I like that. When you say, hey, Joel, you want to go to the gym, where should I start with what easy routines, or with which exercises, or should I just take a course there to get like good information, or how did you start?
I mean, these days, I think even with the technology that we have available, ChatGPT, let's say, it has so much information that is so useful.
So like, you would recommend building my training plan with ChatGPT? I love that idea.
Man, I know that
I wouldn't have come up with it, but it's so easy.
I know it's kind of silly, and some people are skeptical, but actually, the information is out there. You know, it's available on YouTube. You'll find so many videos. So if you want to actually achieve it, you don't need an instructor. You don't have to pay. Let's take all the barriers out, you know, that you're like, oh, no, I need to pay a trainer. Or even if you don't have money to go into a membership, you know, into a nice gym, you can do stuff at home and still get massive results. Like I'm telling you, you can get, with 10 minutes, you can get 64% of the results of a guy that goes 2 hours. That's insane to me. And also it doesn't require too much effort. So taking that out of your brain, you know, it doesn't require that much effort to create a huge impact in your life. And yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it is not, for me, it's not only the looks, you know, and also even the health. Mentally, it makes such a difference whenever you show up consistently and do something, and then you have great results. You realize, oh, I can do something.
Hard things.
I can do hard things, and I see results that are making me improve in so many other things in life. So it's kind of an inspiration for me. Oh, now that I can do this at the gym, I can do something else, you know? If I don't know, the podcast, for example, like if I practice enough, I'll get better and better. And it's just as easy as math, you know? Like if you keep showing up to the gym, you will look better, you know? You will feel better. So I love that. That is so simple. The only thing that you need is just show up. And at the beginning it's hard. Maybe you want to make it easier at the beginning, but on the long run, you will see the results. You will see, of your efforts, basically. So
amazing. Now, going further to the next level, I'm the person, I do 3 workouts in a week. What is the next level? I have friends, they tell me, Joel, you should start track calories. Joel, you should take protein shake. Joel, you should eat less. Joel, you should do keto diet.
Yeah.
Like, is it there so much in the eating? I thought always it's like you just need to lift heavier weights.
That's true. That's a very important question. I think it's one of the main things that you have to keep in mind whenever you're going to the gym. Yeah, it's like putting the fuel, you know, to a car. You got to put good fuel into a car for it in order to work properly. And we usually don't. You know, we just eat whatever crap it's in our fridge, and we think that we're eating, you know, that we're feeding our bodies, but actually we don't need that much to function well. And it's not that hard. It's not expensive. People say, oh, no, it's so expensive to eat healthy. but actually chicken is so cheap, to buy, and a piece of lettuce or a little bit of potatoes or rice, so cheap. And as long as you keep your macros, maybe another episode.
What is macro? Just short.
Macros are basically the most basic necessity of your body to function well. Like the nutrients that your body needs to function, to recover, which will be protein, it will be your fats, and also your carbs. So as long as you have those three in the certain, like, it depends on who you are. It depends on your age, it depends on your activity level, size, weight.
And goals, I think.
Yeah, of course, goals. But if you're interested, of course, in going to the gym, I will use an online measurement. You go, I want to know my macros on Google, and then you input your
data, and then you have
and then you get exactly what you should be eating.
And then I aim for those macros, so it's not about calories tracking, it's about tracking my macros, if I have enough protein, if I have enough or too much fat.
Carbs. Yeah.
And okay. So this is the second level. So how much would you say is it like going to the gym, and how much is like the eating part?
I'll say eating is 70%.
70%.
Yeah.
So I should start eating. So if somebody is in the audience who don't want to go to the gym, start with eating.
I mean, that's a good idea. Like eating well. It is insanely how much calories in this society we're eating. Like
so much sugar and stuff.
So much sugar and so much crap that we put in our bodies, and. Yeah, I was watching this Netflix show. It's called Blueprints, and they show different societies and why behind of why they're living too long. So people that are over 100, and one of those places were in Osaka, I think, Asia. And one of the things that they do is that they eat very little, and I was like, oh. I mean, I thought we should eat more, and you will have a better life. But actually, these guys are eating way less, 1,700 calories per day, compared to Americans that on average is 3,800. That's insane. It's a big change. So I think there's a lot of things that we're eating. Whenever you use a tracking tool like MyFitnessPal, for example, you start realizing, man, I'm eating so much more than what I should be eating. And people are like, oh no, I eat very little. But then they have, I don't know, a couple brownies a day or like that cupcake. And that actually adds up. And then you realize at the end of the day, you're having 3,000 calories when in average, I mean, like you or me should be having 2,500 calories, 400 calories. So yeah, it is a very good tool. If you're listening, I recommend getting MyFitnessPal, tracking there what you eat, and just start realizing, hey, I need to change some habits of mine. I need to start eating better.
It's like everywhere. Just put fitness to the side or eating. It's like with money. If you want to save money, the first thing is not saving money. It's like to list down your expenses.
Exactly.
Where do you spend your money? And it's not even like saying, oh, I need to spend less. But is it going for rent? Is it going for food? Is it going for hobbies or for traveling? And it's the same with eating, with the like what stuff you eat.
Yeah.
And it's like with everything, what get measured, you can change. And I love that part about how you show what should be the intake, what I eat, and how can I measure it? And I will put links to all the tools in the show notes of this podcast.
Yeah.
And I love that you dig deep into, like, even in studies, like the Osaka study is amazing about the Ikigai. I love the study, and I for my master thesis I read a lot about this one.
Oh, really?
It's so good. I can recommend everybody to read that one. It's about the purpose of life. Yeah. What is the Ikigai? It comes back to the question of the beginning of our podcast. Why you do what you do? How do I find the why?
Yeah.
and that people with a sense of purpose and like they have a why, what they live for, they will live longer. And then
exactly.
food, emotionally healthy and like being mentally strong, because fitness is also counting in there. It's really, really well. Spinning back to the beginning, I want to ask you a question, but how do I find the why? Let's put fitness to the side, but how do I find the why for what, or how do I find my passion, the thing what I should be like striving for? Like if you want to start a business, or if you want to start your own vlog or your own hobby, if you want to change something, how do I find the why and a thing which it's worth going full on? How would you recommend doing this?
I mean, you can find a why easily. I feel like you can put whatever why. Like, I want to get stronger. I want to look fitter. But I think you got to go deeper. And whenever you count others into your why, I think for me, that's bringing a little bit more meaning. Like the fact that I want to enjoy my family, enjoy my kids, it brings immediately depth. Or the reason why I want to start a business is because I want to, I don't know, bless others. I want to show good content for people that doesn't have it available. Or you want to have this podcast because you want to get to know people and get their stories out there, you know? So I think going a little bit deeper, why would I start this, and how can I influence people in a positive way? And finding the strength on that, I think, will keep you in the long run. Because I think our desires change very quickly. Our taste changes very quickly. But if your reason is also impacting other people, there maybe in your world, there are not many ways that you can impact them. Because maybe you have certain talents that you're like, okay, I can use this talent to bless them or to impact their lives. And instead of you finding, oh, what do I want today? Today I want to be fit. Tomorrow I want to run faster. You know, we change constantly. But yeah, if you match what you want and what people need, I think that's a massive way to find your why. Yeah.
This is amazing, and you already explained half of the Ikigai concept, although you didn't know it before.
Yeah,
it's like 2 of the 4 components, but I need to talk in a different episode about Ikigai. Yeah. I love that. I love how you connect what am I good in?
Yeah,
the skills. What is in my hand? What can I do? And not just using it for me, but to bless others or to invest in others or to change society or the neighborhood of me. How can I, or a specific niche or market, how can I bless or create value in this space? I love that, and I love that you found your why, and for the fitness part, that you keep pursuing it and pushing it. Yeah. Although it's get harder, and that you also put new goals in. It's something we can talk in a different podcast about it. How when I get fit, how do I get then to the next step, and how do I keep growing and keep going further? But I think because time is running out and you drink the last bit of your coffee. This coffee is amazing here at Bella Vista Hotel.
Very nice.
We will do one more question, and while you're drinking your coffee, I just want to make an advertising for Bella Vista Hotel. This is an amazing podcast studio which is used for free in Sydney. So whenever you are doing a podcast in Sydney, go to the Bella Vista Hotel. You can sleep there. I think that's not for free. You can go get drinks. And there's an amazing podcast studio with 4 mics, with a nice gear. Yeah. And thank you so much that we can use this studio.
Thank you, Bella Vista. And thank you for the coffee, Joe.
It's amazing. Coming back to you, what would you recommend yourself 10 years ago? Like a tip or a thing which you...
I'll say consistency makes a master, you know? Like just showing up. The same thing that we've been talking with the gym. I feel like we waste so much time because we try things and then we fail and then we give up, you know? And I think if one thing I've learned from the gym is just like, if you keep showing up, you will get better, you will get bigger, you will get fitter, you will get healthier. So I'll just say, if I could go back, I'll just say, continue investing in your passion, no matter what happens, you know, even if you fail, if you suck at the beginning, just keep showing up, because you will see the results in 10 years. Like, now I wish I would have started doing things before, you know. But yeah, I think that will be my reminder to people. Just keep doing what you're doing. It is okay to not be the greatest. And one thing that I heard, I'm listening to another podcast, Mindset Mentor, fantastic podcast. He mentioned, for example, photography. Let's take it. You watch a video on YouTube about photography, mm-hmm. and took you 8 minutes. You are now 2% of the population that knows about photography. So you know more than 98% of the population by just watching a video. So getting that perspective. Hey, maybe I'm not the greatest doing podcasts or being in the gym, but I can make a difference. People need this. I'm such a little percentage in the world. And yeah, I can actually influence that 98% that doesn't know anything about it. They will value that, you know? So yeah, don't compare yourself, I guess, with the influencers or Instagram, you know, that they're actually famous for what they do, which is incredible. But compare yourself with yourself of yesterday, you know?
I love that part. Compare yourself, not with other people, but with you yesterday, and you see how you grow. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing what is on your heart. Thank you for giving me the lessons, and I will rewatch the whole podcast to write my notes, because this time I couldn't take notes. Thank you so much that you introduced yourself in German and that you spoke German. And if you love this podcast, please, you can follow on YouTube or on Spotify. You can rate and review the podcast. You can ask questions in the show notes or in the comments. And let me know if you think I should do less or more podcast episodes on English, if I should practice more my English, and if you want to learn more about people with passion, people who are living their passion and doing what is on their heart, then follow the podcast and I will show you more people. And I love these talks because I learn so much, and I wished I started those kind of questions earlier. But that's it for today. Greetings from Australia and have a great day. Bye-bye. Thanks, Cristobal.